There's always going to be haters, and here's why. Here's to the crazy ones, everyone. Consider this. How can so many people spew misinformation and even hate the reverse mortgage? Does it feel sometimes that you've earned a bad reputation by doing good deeds? It's helpful to remember that people often hate that which they fear. The reverse mortgage, despite its age and establishment, and according to NORMLA, having helped more than 1.12 million families use the loan to live more secure lives, well, it's still the convenient target of the misinformed. Years ago, one woman disagreed with me on a position that I had taken about a particular policy in our city. She went as far as to look at my Facebook profile, and seeing my association with reverse mortgages, she then accused me in the comments of having preyed on or ripped off seniors. All, I guess, to make a political point. At that time, the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus would have perhaps assuaged my anger. Another person will not do you harm unless you wish it. You will be harmed at just that time at which you take yourself to be harmed. Good advice. In the end, the advice of Marcus Aurelius also came to mind, and he said, the best way to avenge yourself is to not be like that. So remember that with haters. The truth is, as a species, we're pretty good at obstructing our own progress. Consider these examples. Coffee, it was first very, very popular in the Middle East, especially among the imams who needed to stay awake so they could do the call for prayers throughout the day. Now, for centuries, Europeans turned their nose up at the dark and fragrant stimulant. Today, coffee can be found on nearly every corner of the industrialized world. Then there was the early adopters of the first automobiles in the US. They were thought of as fools tinkering around with a buggy without being hitched to a horse. Digital music, record labels, they howled in protest at the arrival of the newfangled digital music that Americans were increasingly downloading or putting on their new devices. Now, only when the music industry began to wake up and realize that the medium that they hated really began to gain traction, and it spelled profits for them in the end. People resist any new product or idea that challenges their outlook or their understanding of the world. Therefore, fearful and hateful responses are not odd at all. In fact, they are to be expected. People have a lot invested in the status quo of how mortgages work and their own pride. When you upset that apple cart, it's best to anticipate some pushback. So the next time you turn on a light, drive a car, use an umbrella, or get on your computer, remember that each of these face public ridicule and derision. Now, while we're not exactly the horseless carriage of reverse mortgages, it may feel like that at times, the concept is actually less than mainstream, and that's okay. As Apple's famous 1997 commercial says, here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. So, cheers to the crazy ones, and cheers to you, my fellow reverse mortgage pioneers and mortgage lending. Thank you for being here today, and also thank the sponsor of this show, the Federal Savings Bank, by clicking on the banner on this page. Now get out there and have a great weekend. Oh, did I say that?